guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Runa. So today is Foundation Friday. I just want to apologize. I have not uploaded 2 Foundation Fridays in a row because I just went through a traumatic experience. I don't want to talk about it. I've already talked about it on my Instagram stories. If you heard about it on my Instagram stories, then thank you so much for sending me all those very kind messages that anyone has sent me. I just can't bring myself to talk about it anymore. I really want to move forward. I think I've pained enough. Like, just thinking about it makes me cry already, and I'm not a crier. So yeah, so today's Foundation Friday is, if you're new to my channel, I just want you to know that every Friday I upload a new foundation video where I review, I swatch, well, I don't really swatch, I more review and try on a foundation. I do a wear test, I wear it the whole day, and then I let you guys know yes or no. I do a score from 1 to 5, and I let you guys know what I actually think. Today's foundation that we're testing out today is Hello Happy. It's a Flawless Brightening Foundation by Benefit. They just came out with this. It's a medium coverage liquid foundation, broad spectrum SPF 15 sunscreen foundation. Let's go ahead and go on to the internet and explore this foundation. Okay guys, so the Hello Happy Flawless Brightening Foundation is going for $30. We're gonna have a problem with this. It only comes in 12 shades, which I find kind of insane. They should have more shades, at least 20. Come on, at least 20. They don't have enough shades. I think Benefit is kind of a little notorious for never having enough shades, and it's so odd. Like, they don't get called out on it ever. They say that the foundation is hydrating. It gives you a flawless looking complexion. It's meant to brighten up your complexion. It has a medium coverage liquid foundation. It's lightweight. It looks natural and is virtually undetectable on skin. It contains photochromatic pigments that instantly adapt to brightening skin in any light, natural or artificial. It has flower acids to help boost radiance and hyaluronic acid to attract moisture to the skin's surface and help maintain hydration. Okay, so let's go look at the ingredients really quick because I want to see how much of hyaluronic acid is in here. This has aqua. It has a dimethicone. I know that's like a no-no for a lot of people, especially if they're acne-prone skin, so I would not recommend this. There's some glycerin. I don't know. I don't really see a lot of greatness going on in the ingredients area, which is interesting. I'm getting into actually looking at ingredients on foundations nowadays because I've been kind of educating myself, and it's very fascinating on what is being sold to us. It has a 12-hour long wear. It's 90% said complexion looks brighter. Skin looks flawless. I do feel like it did brighten up my complexion. I will say that. My complexion does look nice and bright. Okay, what else do they have here? How to apply. Obviously, I'm not going to read that because I feel like everybody has their own idea of how they apply foundation. Everyone has their own preference. Even I do. So I'm just going to go ahead and try out this foundation and tell you guys how I like it or if I hate it. So let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and put on, so this is the shade number 6. And just so you guys know, I went ahead and used the Dew Primer by e.l.f. This is the Jelly Pop Primer. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use my Beauty Blender first. So 2 pumps. This is in the shade 6. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on my face. Automatically, it doesn't even look like my shade. And I actually got this using the Sephora's Shade Matcher, and they said 6 would look good on me. It's a little too sheer. Even with 2 pumps, it's not like super coverage. Yeah, it's basically like went into my skin. It's very light coverage. If you can see, it looks like I have literally nothing on my skin. I had to turn my lights down a little bit because you couldn't see anything. It looks like I literally have nothing on my skin. Yeah. I'm going to go in the other side. I'm going to go in with a kabuki brush because I love to see how each application works differently with the foundation, because you guys know there's some foundations that just work better with a brush. I always prefer a brush for application, and then I'll go over my foundation with just a beauty blender just to like set everything in. That's my process, but just for testing purposes, we could try this out. So, okay, I really like this foundation. with a brush. I do not think you need to use a kabuki brush. I do not think you need to use a beauty blender with this foundation because it is very lightweight already, and it does dry really fast. This foundation dries super fast. It does look pretty good. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit on my forehead and see if it, like, just a tad bit. I always put a little bit on my forehead. I don't put a lot of product on my forehead because that's when you can, like, tell if someone has a lot of makeup on, is on their forehead. So I just put just enough. I try to not hit the hairline too much. I actually ended up liking this color. It's starting to look really good. So right now I will say that the kabuki brush performed much better with the Hello Flawless foundation. Hello Happy, it's not Hello Flawless, it has Hello Happy foundation. It's a brightening foundation, it's medium coverage. So I'm just gonna go in with the Beauty Blender and I'm just basically going to add more coverage to my face. So this is like buildable coverage. It says it's medium buildable, medium coverage. And I'm pretty sure it's buildable. I mean, it's standard with every foundation nowadays to have a buildable coverage. I actually really like how this looks. For a medium coverage, it's actually looking really good. I had to build it to get it to like the standard that I like it, but it looks really good. I actually like how it looks. It has like a really nice skin-like texture, but you see less skin. You see like a hint. You see like a hint of skin, so it still looks natural. So I like that. But it's not like so much skin where it almost looks like you don't have anything on. So it's like a good, happy medium. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my face, and then I'll give you guys kind of like a rundown on how this foundation worked, how it didn't work, like what was up with this foundation. So I'll be right back. Basically finished up my makeup look. I have the Hello Happy foundation on my face, and so far it's looking really good. There is a little bit of creasing kind of already happening right here in this area, and then it's like a little cakey in these areas, and the forehead doesn't look as youthful as I would like it to look, but everything else blended really nice. Like my foundations blended really nice. I would say that I should have let my the Hello Happy foundation dry a little bit more, because when I initially went in with like a bronzer, it did go on a little patchy, and that's just usually when the foundation is not dry enough. So it does take a little bit of a while for it to dry. It's longer than the average foundation that I've dealt with, but other than that, it's been pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and wear this foundation for the rest of the day, and then I'll let you guys know yes or no, skip or keep. Okay? Hey guys, so I just wanted to show you guys the foundation in natural light. As you can see that it is really brightening. It does have a flawless vibe to it. It's actually really pretty. It looks really good on camera. In person, I'm not super excited about it. I don't really like it that much in person. I feel like it could look a lot better in person. It's not as flawless to me. Like, you see that? Like, this is like, that's not, like, you see all those creases? Like, it literally creased the heck up in my forehead. It's definitely really creasy right here, which I don't like. And if you can see, it's like kind of patchy. Like, it's separated over here as well, which is really interesting that it's separating. But on the side with the brush, it went on very clear. So if you use it with a beauty blender, it's going on really patchy, which is very interesting to see. I've had it on for about 4 hours already. I'm gonna wear it for another couple of hours, like almost like 6 more hours, 8 more hours, yeah, 8 more hours, so I can tell you guys if it's an actual 12-hour wear. But for 4 hours, it's not bad. It's looking still really good. I haven't touched it up at all, so I mean, here we go. I'm gonna do a really quick selfie for you guys so you can see how it looks right here in the selfie. Okay guys, so don't be alarmed by how crazy I look. I was testing out the e.l.f.
jelly collection, and this is the result. So not the greatest collection. So this is the Hello Happy foundation. As you can see, it lasted a very long time. It lasted a full 12 hours. The only thing is I want to say there is a little bit of patchiness over here. There was some creasing that happened. There was also some creasing over here. My forehead definitely doesn't look as beautiful as I usually like it to look. Overall, the foundation was really good. It did oxidize. I feel like I look a lot darker now than I did when I initially wore it. It does do the whole brightening effect, but it did oxidize in my opinion. It oxidized quite a bit in my opinion, like quite a bit. So overall, I don't think I really am a big fan of this foundation. I think it's an okay foundation. I'm gonna give it a 3 because the color range is just really bad, and you guys know if a color range isn't that great, I'm not gonna be that excited to try something out. Let me go ahead and take you on the pros and cons. So the pros of this foundation is that it is a medium coverage, but when you apply it to your face, it actually kind of gives you a really nice full coverage slash medium coverage where you can get the coverage that you need to cover up any flaws that you have. If you have redness or if you have like any flaws that you feel is a flaw for you, not what everyone else feels, but you're uncomfortable showing, it does cover up that. I feel like it covered up a little bit of my dark spots that I have, and it made me have an even skin tone. So I think that was good, and I still had like fresh skin vibe. It wasn't cakey or anything like that, so that was a pro. I think the lasting power on this is really nice. Like I feel like for a medium coverage foundation, it lasted a very long time. The cons are pretty bigger. I think that it creased a little bit too much in my opinion. The oil control was a little like off. Like I did get oily in a lot of places. I wish that I didn't have so many, you know, like it didn't like seep into my creases so much, especially for my forehead, because I put very little foundation on my forehead. So it's really surprising that it's still like cracked into my forehead. Next, it's also the color range. The color range was horrible, like 12 shades. That was like pretty crazy, but I understand a lot of brands are not catering to the whole 40, 100 shades because they're like, well, everyone else is doing it, so we're just gonna like stay low key and just make what sells best for us. So I get some brands are just not hopping on that bandwagon. That doesn't mean they're not inclusive. That doesn't mean they don't care about other shades. It's just could be their budgets, could be how their brand is running. But Benefit's a pretty big brand, so I'm gonna say, I think they should have gone for at least 20 shades, just to be fair, just to, you know, be inclusive to everybody. So yeah, that was the only thing that I didn't like. And the 3 is just like the amount of creasing that happened is just mainly for the 3. So I definitely think if you are a fan of the Benefit brand, you should try this foundation. It's not a horrible foundation. It is a good foundation, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. Okay guys, so that is it for this Foundation Friday. I will be coming up with a bunch of new foundations to try out. It's going to be an exciting month because I got a lot of good stuff in my basket that I have already ordered that are on its way. Don't pay attention to my like this is real. Like I'm showing you guys the real me. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.